Hey Sagittarius, what's up? How I love thee, Sagittarius. Special shout out to Chris Crocker. The motherfucking star. This is your love reading, Sagittarius. I just couldn't finish yesterday. There was just too many readings to do. I didn't have enough time. So I'm just gonna add an extra day onto yours. So it's for the same amount of time. But anyway, Spirit was like, yo, Jacqueline, do love readings for each astrological sign, so that's what I'm doing. And I'm just pulling a few cards, however many wants to come out, a few, from each of my decks, and see what little story I get out of it. So this is the Romance Angels deck. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If your Sagittarius is in Venus, then it will probably resonate. If you just have a lot of Sagittarius in your chart, maybe you're cross-watching for a Sagittarius, maybe you're dating a Sagittarius. Maybe you're just intuitively guided here. All of those options will probably get you a message. If you don't know, forgiving and learning, if you don't know what your astrological chart is, there's a link in the description box. It'll take you to a pretty cool website where you can figure that out. There's also ways to contact me in the description box if you want a personal reading. This is my Messenger Oracle deck. It's the new moon tonight. New moon in Taurus. I think that's pretty cool that it's Taurus season and the new moon is in Taurus. Those jumped right out. Hear the ancient... Know You Belong, my favorite card of the whole deck. Yay! And hear the ancient ones. Your ancestors are trying to connect you with a lover. They have a specific one in mind. A fairy oracle deck. Let's see what the fairies have to say for Sagittarius in love this week. I wonder if you guys can hear the birds. The birds are so loud here. I love them. I love birds. The fairies are showing a bit of resistance. Maybe someone's going to resist you this week. Maybe you're going to resist someone else. So, happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers out there. Even though this is coming out a day late, I still want to wish you guys a happy Mother's Day. Excuse me. Mother's Day can be difficult for lots of people, for lots of reasons. So happy Mother's Day if you weren't able to be with your mother. I hope that you still enjoyed your day. The blessing. Blessings are coming for you. Maybe you're somebody's blessing. A regular tarot deck. So I think there was a tornado here last night, which was pretty exciting. I could feel it. I was working, and I could feel it. I was talking to my friend Diana, and I was like, I don't feel right. Something just doesn't feel right. I keep getting this weird feeling. Yep. It felt like Mother Earth was gonna puke. I was like, oh no, something's not right. And then you can see the other video on my channel. I posted it last night, it's really short. But then it was like hail that sounded like it was gonna break every window in the house. It sounded like it was the size of a golf ball. I was like, uh-oh. It's definitely tornado time. Blew out my screen window in my bedroom. It was like this big, the hail. But if there was a tornado, it didn't touch down. Luckily, I'm in a valley here, so I think that helps. Alright, I'm gonna shuffle. I have a feeling we're gonna have a lot of crazy weather this summer. I love storms though. Woo! No, I don't even feel those. 8 of Wands, movement. Forward movement, fast communication, lots of communication. Well, first of all, I think that a lot of you guys are going to be dealing with somebody this week that have control issues. I don't really feel like this is you guys. I feel like, of course, everything is a reflection of us at some level, so maybe your parents were controlling, and so you're manifesting a romantic partner who's also a bit controlling. But there's somebody that's going to be controlling with you this week, I feel. You're going to run into that in a loving relationship of some sort. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. Your guidance from the romance angels is to keep an open mind. So if you're single, there could be somebody coming into your life this week that is different than the people that you normally deal with. If you're already in a relationship, excuse me, you may have like a situation where the angels are kind of letting you know to keep an open mind about it. You might seem at first like this is totally doomed, like what the fuck, you know? Maybe you just feel like that about your love life in general. Kind of looking at the rest of these cards, I can see how you might feel like that. That you might just feel like your relationship is doomed, or like you just are maybe thinking really negatively, but keep an open mind. We have Seek the Answers Within, card number 36, which is basically like the Hermit. 13, follow the moon, which is quite beautiful since tonight is a full moon. And it's a time to plant seeds and manifestations for the next moon cycle. And then we also have See the Truth, card number 39, and both of these cards sort of seem like they have a full moon in them, which is really interesting, and this is like the new moon, but yet, you know, there's the heart. It's sort of like the moon, but anyway, these energies are really pretty together. The bear, the owl, you know, you could be dealing with people in your life like that you love this week that sort of remind you of a bear or remind you of this owl. Maybe somebody who is really sensitive and they seem like they're very easily affected by the moon. So they might seem a bit bipolar, or like their moods sort of shift in a cycle, but maybe you just haven't realized that their moods are actually shifting with the moon phases, as they're new and as they're full. That's so cool. So this is also guidance to take some time where needed and go within and make sure that you have your heart chakra clean. Make sure that you don't have any swords going through your heart, or you're not holding on to any past hurts with whoever you're dealing with, or just with yourself in general. And then, you'll be a little bit more like the owl. You'll be a bit cleaner. You'll gain a lot of wisdom after moving through some of these pains that may be, caused from wherever, people you're dealing with now, people you were dealing with in the past. It's really cool because check this out. You have See the Truth, and then you also have the Queen of Owls. So you have the owl twice. Like, this is like an owl fairy. But how cool is that? That's really cool. So owl is like a big deal for you this week, Sagittarius. There's something going on with owls, but this particular energy is about physical healing. So you could be experiencing some of that this week. And then you also have Queen of the Golden Bow. So you have two queens, and they're both queens. There's very similar colors in these cards as well. This is a very beautifully balanced reading. But this is about, both of these cards are about healing. Card number 6 is the number for healing. And the Queen of the Golden Bow is the most powerful healer in the entire fairy deck. And she doesn't just heal for herself, she heals for the collective. She's an alchemist. She pulls in energy and she transmutes it for the collective. So if you find yourself like depressed, or maybe if you just want to kind of withdraw a little bit this week, or maybe if you're feeling a little emotional this week, or like weepy this week, that's okay, because you're just doing a lot of releasing. You're just doing some alchemy, and it's going to make you feel really fresh and like clean. Like I was talking about with the owl, you're going to feel really fresh and clean after you do this releasing of maybe just some old energies, some old emotions. The cards at the end are a little... You have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So something is not going to go your way this week, Sagittarius. You're not going to get your wish about something. But you are going to have a completion of a cycle because you have the World. But you also have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So I feel like there's somebody lying to you. Like, maybe you should Yeah, I can definitely see these cards from that perspective as well, because you got the moon. So there could be something that's hidden from you. Also because you got seek the answers within, like with this card with like a lot of darkness, and see the truth with the Ace of Swords in reverse. So definitely some of you are dealing with somebody who is keeping something from you. There's something that's being hidden from you currently. And for some of you, your lover or your other half may be lying to you about something. For some of you, it might not be an outright lie. Something might just be hidden from you for now, but this week it looks like you're not. There's something that you are wanting to happen in a certain way in your love life. Like you have some sort of wish. You're not going to get that this week, but you are going to have the completion of what I feel is an older cycle. And it's going to bring you a lot of healing as this closes and this moves through for you this week. And since your overall energy is the Eight of Wands, I feel like you have the King of Swords underneath that and the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Swords. So it looks like after you let this go, after you like move through whatever there is to be released this week, you do move very quickly into a new sort of a cycle, a new phase, and it's one that does have a lot of truth. You are going to get the truth very soon, even if you don't get it this week. There may be something sort of hidden from you this week, or something that is going on that you maybe don't know about. I hate to say that because that could really put a lot of unrest in you. I'm going to pull a few cards to see if I can figure out what's going on with that, but it is going to be revealed to you soon, and it's going to like sort of turn the Wheel of Fortune for you when this truth comes through. It's going to change something. It's going to cause you to move away from something in your thoughts. I'm going to pull a card about this, whatever this hidden thing is. Even if it seems like, even for some of you, you might be like in a rough situation, and this seems like a really bad thing for you this week. If this happens and this seems really bad for you, just keep in mind that it's definitely a blessing in disguise. So even if it seems like it's rough in the moment, once it sort of evens itself back out, it's gonna be really good for you. It's gonna bring in really good things for you. Okay, so can I get some more information about this Ace of Swords in reverse? About the Nine of Cups in reverse. This is the first time this week I've had to actually pull extra cards. I just can't, I don't know, there's so many different scenarios out there, I can't just sort of feel it out. And I don't want to leave you hanging, you know, that's not cool. For real. For the Nine of Cups reverse, I get the motherfucking High Priestess. Yes, something's hidden. Okay. Ooh. Alright. So On the Ace of Swords reversed, I have the Six of Pentacles and the Devil reversed. So what it could be hidden from some of you guys is that your significant other may have an addiction that they don't want you to know about, and they're spending money on it. And with the Nine of Cups reversed, I have the High Priestess, the Two of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. So some of you may be dealing with a third-party situation. There may be another person involved and you don't know about it. For some of you, it might not be that extreme. It might just be that your partner is just, if you are in a relationship, because I feel like this is impacting more of you that are in a relationship. I just feel like for some of you, your significant other this week just may be thinking about their other options. They may have other options. That's what the Seven of Cups is about, and then they're in the in-between, like trying to make a decision. They may also be dealing with a water sign, or there could be somebody else that, like, they might want to, like, have a bit of a rest from whatever is going on. And they might just be thinking about their other options. This is not the case for everyone. For some of you, it's just, for some of you, you may be thinking about your other options. Like, you could just be not feeling it anymore. Or maybe you're not with anybody and you just have a lot of options. And you're just sort of like in this twilight period where you're just trying to kind of decide what it is that you want, what's going on with your feelings. Some of you are really all up in your feels this week with the Queen of Cups and the Moon, and the Queen of Owls. A lot of you may just be feeling really emotional this week, and you just kind of feel like things aren't really going the way that you want them to, and you're just really emotional about it. The High Priestess could definitely be talking about a lot of emotions as well. The Three of Cups could also definitely be talking about a lot of emotions, all of your cups being full, which is a good thing. But whatever it is that you're going through this week, however it works out for you, there's definitely going to be a completion of some cycles this week. And then new things are going to start, and it looks like they're going to be good, especially because you have the Hear the Ancient Ones, and the Know You Belong, and the Blessing. These are like your insurance cards. So like, even if you're going through something shitty this week, Sagittarius, it's cool. You know, you have a lot of people, like a lot of spirit guides, if nothing else, in your corner. And you're being led exactly to where you're supposed to be. Okay? I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I'll talk to you soon.